Hello, Central Michigan University. My name is Dominick Mastrangelo. I'm the editor-in-chief at Central Michigan Life, the student newspaper here on campus. I'm joined today in the newsroom by opinion editor Ben Solis. Ben and I had a conversation with University President George Ross a couple of weeks back, and we're publishing that podcast, a transcript of it, in print. You can listen to it online on our website, on SoundCloud, and on iTunes. Ben, it was a really productive conversation and a thought-provoking one. Can you just tell readers and listeners a little bit about what they should expect if they are to listen to that?
Sure. We talked about a number of topics. Some of those topics focused on the presidential campaign, Ross's thoughts on student engagement and how the administration can engage those students as well politically. We also talked about athletics, some of the challenge areas that are coming up, enrollment challenges as well. But we also kind of talked about Ross's plans for staying here. That was one of our last questions, and that was a good question with a good answer as well, so you should look out for that one.
It really was a great conversation, and I thought that President Ross was pretty candid and pretty honest in his answers. I hope that comes across for folks that are able to view and to read that content. But in your opinion, sir, what was the most interesting or thought-provoking thing that President Ross said to us?
I thought his perspective on student engagement was really interesting. We know that he tries to make a point to go and engage students as much as possible. He's a really guarded guy. I think a lot of people know that about him. So for him to be candid about his positive experience of interacting with students, sitting up in his president's box in the athletics on the football games, he was really kind of happy about that. You can tell he really cares about this school, but he also has some areas where he may not be so candid. And we were able to kind of bring some of that out in him, and that was kind of nice.
Yeah, President Ross really spoke to the different challenges and the diversity of those challenges. He's the leader in the face of the university, and he doesn't take that responsibility lightly. And it's very interesting now because there have been some recent developments regarding CMU's budget, nearly $500 million that figure is worth. It sounds like CMU is going to come in a little bit under what they were projecting. Isn't that right, Ben?
Quite a bit. We actually reported about a week ago that there was almost a $10 million budget shortfall across the entire college, university, and different college sectors. Today there was an open forum discussing some of those budget things with deans, students, other faculty members, and we were able to kind of ask questions and jump back and forth. The large and short of it is that there's a $9.8 million budget shortfall across the university. There's going to be a couple different things that they're going to do, but cutting budgets is a definite thing across the board for certain colleges. And some of the news that came out of that, which is kind of big, the athletics budget is on the table. They didn't say that they're going to do it definitely, but it is on the table. And that's kind of unprecedented because for the first time, athletics has kind of been a safe area with no budget cuts, and that could change really rapidly. CMed is another area where we subsidize a lot of money out of. We give a lot of money from tuition to that. That seems to be off the table for right now because of their accreditation, but look to see what athletics does. That's going to be interesting.
So issues concerning CMU's budget, relations between the students living north of campus and the city, and just who President Ross is as a human being. You can look for all of that in the podcast. Again, you can download it on our iTunes channel, on SoundCloud, or visit our website, cm-life.com, under the podcast tab. Thanks for listening.